My stepfather. Life doesn't always go as we expect. Sometimes it takes unexpected turns that lead us to meet people who change us forever. For me, that person is my stepfather. When I was younger, I never imagined that someone who wasn't my biological father could play such a huge role in shaping my heart, my dreams, and my idea of what family truly means. But my stepfather did exactly that, quietly, patiently, and with unconditional love. My parents divorced when I was 10 years old. It was one of the most difficult times in my childhood. The laughter that used to fill our home was replaced by silence and tears. I often felt lost and angry, unable to understand why things had to change. For years, I avoided talking about my father or anything related to him. My mother tried her best to stay strong, but I could see the exhaustion in her eyes. She carried both the weight of her pain and the burden of raising me alone. Then, one day, a new man entered our lives, my mother's friend, Mr. Min. He was calm, kind, and gentle in a way that immediately put others at ease. He didn't talk much at first, but his actions spoke louder than any words. I remember how he helped fix things around our house, the leaking roof, the broken door, even my old bicycle that hadn't worked for months. He never asked for anything in return. He just smiled and said, "It's okay. Family helps each other." At that time, I didn't yet realize he was slowly becoming part of ours. When my mother told me she was going to marry him, I was shocked. I didn't know how to feel. A part of me felt betrayed, as if my mother was replacing my father. I avoided talking to him and rarely looked him in the eyes. But he never forced me to accept him. Instead, he gave me time to understand, to heal, and to see who he truly was. One memory I'll never forget is the day I got sick with a high fever while my mother was away on a business trip. It was raining heavily that night, and I was shivering under my blanket. My stepfather rushed me to the hospital, staying by my side until I recovered. He fed me soup, helped me take medicine, and even told me jokes to make me smile. That was the first time I saw him not as a stranger, but as someone who genuinely cared about me. From that night on, something changed inside me. My heart slowly began to open. Over time, I realized that love is not about blood, it's about presence, patience, and sacrifice. My stepfather has proven this every single day. He wakes up early to prepare breakfast before going to work. He teaches me how to fix things, how to manage money, and how to treat others with respect. When I fail or make mistakes, he never scolds me harshly. Instead, he sits beside me and says, "It's okay. Mistakes are lessons. What matters is that you keep trying." His calm voice always reminds me that I am loved, even when I am not perfect. He also taught me the value of hard work and humility. My stepfather works as a mechanic. His job is not glamorous, but he takes great pride in it. I often see him come home with grease on his hands and sweat on his forehead, yet he still greets us with a warm smile. He never complains about how tired he is. When I once asked him why he worked so hard, he said, "Because I want you and your mother to have a better life than I did." Those words have stayed with me ever since. Through him, I learned what true strength looks like, not the kind that comes from muscles or money, but the kind that comes from kindness, responsibility, and love. He doesn't need to prove that he is my father, he simply is one by the way he lives and cares. He shows me that family isn't defined by DNA, but by the bonds we build through understanding and compassion. One of the most touching moments between us happened on my high school graduation day. As I walked across the stage to receive my diploma, I saw him in the audience, clapping proudly with tears in his eyes. After the ceremony, he hugged me tightly and whispered, "I'm so proud of you, son." Those words broke the last bit of distance that had remained between us. I finally whispered back, "Thank you, Dad." It was the first time I ever called him that, and the look on his face, full of love and surprise, is something I'll never forget. Now, as I grow older, I realize how lucky I am to have him in my life. My stepfather may not have given me life, but he has taught me how to live it well. He has shown me that love can come in unexpected forms and that sometimes, the people who choose to stay and care for us are even more powerful than those who are bound by blood. When people ask me about my family, I proudly say, I have two fathers, one who gave me life, and another who taught me how to live. I am grateful to both, but especially to my stepfather, who entered our lives not to replace anyone, but to complete what was broken. He didn't have to love me, but he chose to. And that choice means everything. If I could describe him in one word, it would be selfless. He gives without expecting anything in return. He listens more than he speaks. And he loves not with grand gestures, but with small, consistent acts that make life warmer and safer. In his quiet strength, I find comfort. In his simple words, I find wisdom. Sometimes, I think about the day when I will have my own family. I hope I can be even half the person he is, patient, caring, and strong. Because if I can be like him, I know I'll make the people I love feel truly supported and understood. In the end, I've learned that a stepfather is not a replacement, but an addition, a gift life gives you when you least expect it. My stepfather may have come into my world late, but his love has filled all the empty spaces in my heart. He didn't just become my stepfather, he became my hero.